Hi guys, you're welcome back to my YouTube channel, The Myth Brand, and I'm your host Mercy. On today's tutorial, we're going to be learning how to draft a cupped corset, a basic cupped corset, okay? We're going to be learning how to draft it. So if this sounds like something you are interested in, do well to stay true to the end of this tutorial. And if you're an old subscriber to my channel, thank you so much. I really appreciate your effort. I do not take your efforts and engagement from my channel for granted. And if you're a returning subscriber, if you are a new subscriber rather, thank you so much. You're welcome to the Meat Brand. And if you are just coming across my channel for the first time, please do well to subscribe and hit the notification bell so that whenever I post a new video or go live, you'll be the first to be notified. Okay, thank you so much for all of your efforts and contributions and engagement. I do not take them for granted, honestly. So without much ado, let's get started already. So the materials I'll be needing for this tutorial is my pattern paper, my measuring tape, my pencil, eraser, and then my pattern master I'll be using for drawing both straight and curved lines. And then this is the bra cup I'm using. My client is a bust 32, but I'm using a bust 34. I don't know if you can see it because I want it to be covered, a bit covered. I don't want it to be too revealing. Okay, so that's why I'm using a cup 34. These are an already made cup. Okay, guys. And then most importantly, my client's measurements. Yeah. So I'll be folding my pattern paper into two because we're going to be drafting both the front and the back of each corset. It's a basic corset, guys. It's not a complicated one. We are not doing waste of heat butt snatching on this one. So it's a basic corset, guys. So I'm just trying to see if I can straighten this out. So I'm gonna have to fold my pattern paper into two, like so. So I'm just trying to straighten it out. So yeah, guess we just have to manage it like so. Okay, guys. If you've watched my previous tutorials, like I said, I don't usually draw a starting line. So I just use the tip of my paper from this edge here. I use it like so. This is the reason is because I feel the paper is straight enough and it can be used. So yeah, let's just get started. So I'm going to be starting by drawing my vertical measurement of my client. So I'm going to start off by first of all I'll draw a basic neckline here. I'll draw a basic neckline of 3 by 3 inches. Just watch closely. I'm going to be highlighting everything later with a marker pen for a better visibility. So this is a basic neckline, 3 inches by 3 inches. And then I'm just going to connect this with my curved rule. I'm just going to connect both points with the curved part of my pattern master. Okay. And next I'm going to be imputing my client's shoulder measurement divided by 2. So her shoulder is 15 divided by 2, we have 7.5 inches. So I'm just going to be marking 7.5 inches here. 7.5 inches, and then I'll be marking my client's armhole measurement. To get her armhole measurement, her bust is 32 inches, like I said before. So we'll be dividing 32 inches by 6. So 32 inches divided by 6, that should give us roughly 5.5 inches. So I'm going to be adding 2 inches to that. That gives me 7.5. And then I'll be adding extra half inch for my shoulder slant. That'll give me 8 inches. So I'm just going to mark 8 inches all the way down. So I'll mark 8 inches here as well for accuracy purpose, and then 8 inches here as well. So I'm going to be ruling that with a straight line. And I'm also going to mark my shoulder measurement on this line for accuracy purpose as well. So this is 7.5 inches, and I'll be connecting with a straight line. So I'm going to be coming down by half an inch for my shoulder slope. Like I said earlier, half inches works best for me. So you should use whatever works best for you. If it's 1 inch, if it's 1.5 inches, just use whatever it is that you are used to. And I'll be extending this line to the side. So since this is the front pattern, I'm going to be dividing this by 2. I'm going to be dividing the armhole measurement into 2, and then I'll go in by half an inch. I'll go in by half an inch here. And then I'll mark my client's bust measurement divided by 4 on the chest line. So her bust is 32. 32 divided by 4, that gives me 8 inches. So I'll just mark 8 inches here. And I'm going to connect all 3 points together. I'll connect the shoulder to the armhole curve. Here, I'm going to be marking the bust point, my client's bust point. Her bust point is 9.5 inches. I'm just going to mark that. This is 9.5. This is 9.5 inches. I'm going to mark it all the way across so that when I rule, it's going to come out straight. So yeah, this is 9.5. I'm also going to mark the under bust measurement. My client's under bust measurement is 13 inches. So I'm going to mark 13 inches here. I'm going to mark that all the way across. So this is 13 inches all the way. And then I'm going to be marking my client's waist line, which is half, also known as the half length. So I'm going to be marking that. Her half length measurement is 17 inches. So I'll be adding 1 inch allowance for joining. That gives me 18 inches. So I'm going to mark in 18 inches all the way. So this is 18. This is 18 inches. And this is 18 inches as well. So this is for the half length. So the next horizontal measurement is the full length of the corset. This is a corset this pattern is for a corset gown. So we are cutting the half length, that's the upper part. So the full length we are using, this is a back corset. We are using 20 inches. So I'm just going to be making that 21 inches. I'll be adding 1 inch allowance. That gives me 21 inches. So this is 21 here. This is 21. Okay. I want to make it a bit longer. So I'll be adding 1 inch to that. I want to make it 22 inches. So yeah, we're going to be marking 22 all the way across. This 22. This is 22 as well. This is 22. And this is 22 inches. So I'm going to be ruling these lines and labeling them. I'm just going to use my marker to rule so that it will be visible. So this is the waistline. So I'm going to be doing same for every other line here for more visibility. And then the shoulders. So I'm going to be labeling. This is the chest line. This is the bust point. This is the underbust. We have the waistline here, and then this is the full length. So the next thing I'm going to be doing now is to be imputing our dart. So we'll be doing that using my client's nipple to nipple measurement, which is the bust span. So guys, my client and bust span is 7 inches. I'll be adding half inches to that for allowance. That gives me 7 inches. I'll be adding 1 inch to that. That gives me 8 inches. So 8 inch divided by two, I have 4 inches here. So those joining for the first time, you're welcome to my YouTube channel. Welcome to this live stream. Thank you guys for joining me, and I'm super excited to have you all here. So I'll be ruling this with a straight line. Okay. So we'll be infusing our dart. So on our bottom line, we'll be coming down by 1 inch. I'll come down by 1 inch on the bust line, and then on my other bust line, I'm going to be going in by 1 inch. I'm going to be going in by half an inch, and I'll also come out by half an inch here. Okay, so this is half inch here, and then this is half inch here. I'll do the same thing all the way to the down, and then I'll rule a straight line. I'll be connecting all of the dark marks with a straight line. So I'll be connecting this that leg to the 1 inch point on my bust point with a curve, a slight curve. So this is what I have. So now I'm going to bring in my cup. As you can see, I've taken out my dart on this cup. This is what it's looking like. I've already taken out the dart. Just fold into two equal parts and then take a very tiny dart towards the midpoint and then stop. So you can see the difference. This one is looking a bit flat and this one is looking a bit pointy. This is going to pack the bust more than this. So I'm just going to place this back up now on my under bust measurement, on that line, the bust span line. I'm going to place it on this straight line on my under bust, like so. So I'm going to place it like so, and I'll trace it out. I If I was using this cup that there's no dart, this is how I'm going to be placing, and I'll be pushing it in a little like so. I'll be pushing it in a little. But since I already took out the dart, there's no need for me to push it in because I'm using the cup exactly like so. So I'm just going to place it on that line, and then I'll carefully trace it out. I'll be using my pencil first before I go ahead to outline it with my marker. So I'm just going to trace this out now. I'm going to be doing that carefully. Okay, so I'll trace this other side, holding it firmly so it doesn't shift. And I'm going to be tracing the upper part as well. So guys, as you can see, I already have my cup, and this is looking so beautiful. So what I'm going to do now for the up that, I'm going to go up from my chest line by 1 inch. Okay, I'll just extend the chest line to where the cup is. I'm just going to extend it to where the upper part of the cup ends. Okay. So, and I'm going to go out by half an inch on this first span line. I will go out by half an inch, and then I will also go out here by half an inch, and I'll be connecting it to meet my bust point with a slight curve as well. So I'm just going to connect this to meet the bust point. This is the upper dart. This makes it firm, the upper part. So I'm going to do same for this other side. Using a slight curve, I'll connect the upper dart to meet the bust point. Okay. So as you can see, we have the two parts of our cup already. So I'm going to label this A, and I'll label this B. So here, I'm also going to mark this point here. I'm just going to mark this point like so. And then I will also mark this point, and I'll be bringing my armhole to this point. So I'll be bringing my armhole to this point. I'm just going to extend the armhole line, then I'll place it and draw a new armhole line. Okay guys, so this is our new armhole line. So I'm just going to go ahead now and highlight all of the mark points with my marker, so you can see what I did properly. So guys, hope you can see. So this is A and then this is B. Okay. So what we're going to do next, we're going to be marking out the neckline. The neckline we are using is a slight pronounced neckline. So I'm just going to slant it. It's not a very deep pronounced neckline. So I'm just going to slant it to this point. I'm going to place my ruler here at the end of the initial neckline I made. I'm going to slant it to the tip of this of B. So that's what I'm going to do. Let me do that with my pencil. So so guys, this is what it looks like, and it's looking so good. So I'm going to impute my client measurement. Her bust is 32, like I said earlier. So on our chest line, I'm going to mark 32 divided by, on this our new chest line now. I'm going to mark 32 divided by 4. We have 8 inches, and then I'm going to impute that that we have here. I think we have about half inches. So we have half inches. I'm going to add my sewing allowance, 2 inches sewing allowance, because this is a corset. So I'm going to be adding 2 inches sewing allowance. That gives me a 10 and a half. So 10 and a half. I'm going to be doing the same thing for the waistline. Her waist measurement is our waist measurement is 26. So 26 divided by 4, we have 6 and a half. I'm going to replace this 1 inch that here. This is 1 inch, and plus 2 inches allowance. That gives me 9.5 inches. So I'm just going to rule a straight line across. I'm going to mark 9.5 inches. Okay. So from this 9.5 inches mark here now, I'm just going to connect the backs. So if you want it to be V, you can just use the straight side of your rule. But I don't usually make mine V. So this is what I do. I use the curved part to connect, because I usually like my back's waistline to be curved. So I use the curved part to connect, and I'm going to be highlighting this with my marker pen, so you see what it looks like. So guys, this is what we have. As you can see, this is looking very beautiful already. We're going to be cutting this out. Guys, well, sorry for the break due to network. So we'll be cutting these out. You can see it's looking very beautiful already. So I'll just go ahead to cut this pattern out. I'll be showing you. I'm just going to cut this out now. Remember, I didn't place my pattern on fold. So when you're cutting on your fabric, ensure to place on fold. Because I'm not going to be showing you how I cut on my fabric in of this pattern. So when you're cutting on fabric, ensure to place your fabric on fold before going ahead to fold. So I'll just blend this sharp edge, blend it in like so. I'll just blend it in so it doesn't have any concealer. So remember, this is our new neckline now. So I'm just going to